Shalom, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh, Bashim Rakakadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Kahala, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh, Bashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostle, Great Millstone. And I want to salute to my brothers, YSO, Yahweh Sanctified Ones out of Nashville, Tennessee. I want to salute all the brothers out here pushing this truth. I just came here, man. I was just thinking about it. I was reading last night out of the Apocrypha, First Maccabees, chapter 3. And we come into a time right now where, we're gonna have to be a strong suit, man. We got things like soldiers, man. And when I was seeing how Maccabees was going through it, all I want to do is kind of, read a little bit of what they was going through, man. Being able to see, if you by yourself, how you gonna react, man. How much faith you gonna have in the Most High. Hey, Shalom, brother. I believe it's austere man 777. Shalom, brother. Shalom, King 3 Yahweh. And hey, brother, I appreciate y'all brothers coming on, man. But I just wanted to kind of read through it, man, and I want y'all to kind of envision y'allself, because we coming, like I said, man, we coming in a time right now. we coming in a time where you might not have your brothers aside of you, like at a camp, or so you got to believe on the Most High to get you to somewhere else, or your next meal, man. I just had a meal a few minutes ago. But if it was out, if the market is shut down and you can't buy or sell without the chip, how are you gonna get the next meal without the Most High, giving that meal? And that's the type of faith what we gotta have. We gotta have that faith that the Most High is gonna give us that next meal, the next place to stay. They already talked about maybe kicking you out the house if they think that you might have the coronavirus. You never know, man. You can have your house today and don't have it tomorrow. You can have food today, but not tomorrow, man. But I'm gonna read, man. I'm gonna give y'all a vision, a view of some greenery while I read, man. But while I'm reading, follow along with me, man. I just wanted to do this for the brothers, who's out here preaching and teaching this truth, under the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Khan. This is First Maccabees, chapter 3. I'm gonna start where I thought it was most important, was verse 13. Now when Saran, a prince of the army of Syria, said that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude in company of the faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get my name and honor in the kingdom, for I will go fight with Judas and them that are with him who despise the king's commandments. So at this time, man, this is when Antiochus took over, man. He took over, Israel, man, because that's the time where we were just disobeying the Most High. So like it. And Antiochus had his commandments of what he wanted to do, which is opposite of what the Most High had for us with the law, statutes, and commandments. Verse 15. So he made him ready to go up. There went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him, and to be avenged of the children of Israel. And when he came near to the going up of Beth Horon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against the great multitude? And that's why I was saying earlier, man, you know, just because it looks like that you are small, man, we are big among this world, because the chariots fly around all the time. The chariots is always with you, man. The angels are with you, man. If you got your heart, you know, with the Most High. He said, being so few to fight against a great multitude, and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint and fasting all day. So they was almost faint because they was fasting all day. But what did Judas say? Verse 18, unto whom Judas answered, it is no harder, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And with the power of our in the heavens, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of the host, but strength come from heaven. So it's talking about Yahweh, man. All our strength comes from the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, it comes from him, man. You know, I was reading, I believe it was in the First King, when Elijah called down the fire. You know, Elijah called down the fire, man. And also Elisha, you know, opened up the eyes to his servant from the Most High. So everything comes from the Most High. All right, verse 20. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and spoil us. And what's going on right now? You know, isn't Esau trying to do that little by little? Just like, you know, the apostles and the elders, they always tell you it's a gradualism, man. They gradually bringing order. They gradually bringing in order, small, little by little, man, to get you used to a society where you're not working, you're getting lazy, you staying at home, you know what I'm saying, and you depending on the government to provide for you. But once, you know, like I always say, man, Esau don't give you nothing for free. But just like what he said in verse 20, he said, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing. We fight for our lives in the law. You know, the Most High is the law. He is everything, man. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them. So this is a time we shouldn't be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid because the Most High is with us, man. And then that's hard, you know. Like a lot of people, a lot of brothers doing videos on, you know, staying still. I think Apostle Ramla was have a video. Stay still, man. Don't get shook. You know, don't go out here and do crazy stuff, man. Stay still. Continue to study. Continue to read. You know. Verse 23. Now, as soon as he left off speaking, he leaped suddenly upon them. And so Saran and his host was overthrown before him, and they purged them from the going down of Beth Horon until the plain were slain about 800 men of them, and the residue fled into the land of the Philistines. See, you know, the Most High was with them, man. So he said, do what? He slain about 800 men. And then the other residue fled into the Philistines, man. Verse 25, the begin began the fear of Judas and his brethren, and an exceeding great dread to fall upon the nations round about them. And so much of his fame came unto the king, and all nations talked of the battles of Judas. Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. So he was in fear. He was confused. He said, how can a camp of few destroy many? And exceeding great dread to fall upon the nations round about them, inasmuch as his fame came unto the king, and all nations talked of the battles of Judas. Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his realm, every of a very strong army. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldier pay for a year. Hey, what is Esau doing right now, man? He trying to get everybody money to come into the military. He trying to do everything he do to satisfy what his agenda is, man. Continue, verse 28. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 28. Commanding them to be ready whensoever he should need them. Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasure fell, and that's where it is in America, man. America's money is failing, man. What he said, nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasure fell, and that the tribute in the country were small because of the dissension of plagues. So that, then they were sending the plagues, and now also sending the plagues. You got the of course, you got the COVID-19, you got the the hornet, you got floods, you got you got earthquakes. I mean, you got the Lord is shaking up everything in the earth, just as it was then, which he had brought upon the land and taken away the laws which has been of old time. He feared that he should not be able to bear the charges and any longer, nor to have such gifts to give so liberally as he did before. So this is explaining Antiochus was the same thing as what's happening now. America done ran out of all their money. They done ran out of all the money, man. So what are they doing? They just printing a bunch of money to inflate the dollar, so that when it do crash, then everything is gone, man. We always talk about that every day. You start to see all this stuff. Now, how is it that you can print all this money off and be 22 trillion in a hole? Can a normal person do that? Can a normal person go borrow money and have a 300 credit score? No. So how is Esau doing it? Because this is his system, man. It says, 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 30, and continuous, the charge in any longer, nor to have such gifts to give so liberally as he did before. For he had abounded above the kings that were before him. Wherefore, being greatly perplexed in his mind, so he was confused, he determined to go into Persia, there to take the tributes in the countries and to gather much money. He had to do whatever he had to do, and what he's doing now. He's trying to go to different countries, man, smaller countries, and take their what? Trying to take their essentials that they have there, man. That's all Esau do. He goes everywhere and create a problem, and then tell him that he has a solution from it, and rob them all at the same time. So he left Lysis, a noble man, and one of his blood royal, to oversee the affairs of the king for the river of Euphrates unto the borders of Egypt, and to bring up his son Antiochus until he came again. Moreover, he delivered unto him the half of his forces and the elephants, and gave him charge of all things that he would have done, as also concerning them that dwelt in Judah and Jerusalem, to wit, that he should send an army against them to destroy the root out of the strength of Israel. And that's what they're gonna try to do to us, man. The root of the Israel is the men who's standing tall. You know, there ain't that many brothers that's out there. You know, it's not a lot of brothers that's working on the highways and the byways. And the remnant of the Jerusalem, and to take away their memorial from that place, and that he should place strangers in all their quarters, and divide their land by lot. So the king took the half of the forces that remained and departed from Antioch. But, you know, I just wanted to do a small little read, man, you know, because when I was reading this last night, you know, I was visualizing, you know, what was going on, man, because it was just a few of them, man. The Lord always used a few men, man, a few people, just like he is now. You know, a 1/3 is only one gonna make it through, and the 2/3 will get destroyed and be brought back on the other side. But on this side right here, man, praying that you are a part of the 1/3, you know, continue to read, continue to do all you could do, you know, as the Most High is on his way back, man. You know, Yahweh willing, man. Hopefully the Lord's, and you can see things going on in the sky. You seeing more chariots flying around. You seeing that Esau is finding more planets that's moving, and this is all, you know, being seen, man. You know, so I just wanted to do a small, you know, small read in Maccabees, man. You know, First Maccabees chapter 3. You know, to get brothers' spirit stronger, man, because, you know, with the strength that we have, it's through the Lord, man. It's through the Lord. I always like saying that scripture. Let me see if I can bring that out right quick. Shalakia. Let's see. Yeah, here it is right here. 2 Kings chapter 1 verse 10. And Elijah answered and said to the 50, and Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of our power, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50, man. So Elijah had the power, man, and we got to think the same thing. We got to think that we had the same power, man. And what did he say? If I be a man of our power, mention God, our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee in the 50, in thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him in his 50, man. With that be said, man, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And again, to salute my brother YSO, Yahushua Sanctified Ones out of Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, for the brother who's on here, hey, the water for being on here, listen to me. And keep pushing, keep scribing. Shalom.